Hi and welcome back to my channel. So for this video I thought I would do some swatches of this Derwent Inktense paint pan set. This is the palette 01. I got it from Jackson's Art. If you follow me on Instagram you'll have seen it in my last What's in the Box reel that I did with my purchases from Jackson's Art, and this is in it. So I thought I'd do some swatches because I do want to start using it. I have used the Derwent Inktense sticks before, so they look like this, and I've got quite a few of them. These are just some of the colours. So these are like a solid ink stick, if I can get it out, a solid ink stick that you can use dry, and then you can also wet it on the paper, but you can also like use your brush directly on this to get more intensity, and I really like them. It's just like solid acrylic ink really. So I wanted to try this because these are it's a bit like a watercolor palette, but obviously it's got the Inktense paints in them. So I have opened this package and there was plastic, like a plastic wrapper on this, so I've taken that off and he's inside. You've got obviously a paint, gives you like the paint colours, which is good, and then you have like all of your little pans, which are like watercolour pans. There's a little sponge here, and this, I don't know why there is all of this. It's almost like dust off them, but there's like a water brush as well, which I haven't used one of these water brushes before, so I'd quite like to give that a go. Obviously you put water in this end, and then it means you can take it out and about if you so wish to do that as well, because it then becomes portable because you've got a brush with it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to swatch all of these out for you in I've got some of the residue on it. I always get something on my pages because I'm quite clumsy. So I'm going to use this, and I'm presuming they're a bit like watercolours where you might need to put a bit of water on them to get them to activate a little bit. So this one here, this is Sun Yellow, and these, wow, I mean these are bright. Obviously they are called Inktense. These dry, unlike watercolours, because they're like a bit like an acrylic ink, they will dry permanent, and then you can work on top of them as well, which is really good. That is a beautiful yellow. You can also shear them out as well, like so you can use them a bit like a watercolour, but they will become permanent, unlike watercolour. The next one is Mango, and this is like a very bright orange. I thought these would be really good for layering up, using alongside the Inktense sticks, and you know, using in mixed media work as well as on their own. I believe they have good light fastness as well, but I will have to check that. Apologies if you can hear any background noise. That is just the washing machine in the kitchen. I'm filming this. That's a lovely colour. They come out really bright, and you can make them quite like I say, opaque, or you can also shear them out as well. The next one is Poppy Red. I think these would be good to mix as well together, a bit like a watercolour, so I might try doing that in my work as well. Sorry, also you might be able to hear the clock ticking as well. these look like they would be good colours for mixing as well. So the next one is a dark plum. You do need a little bit of water to get them to activate. Oh, look at that. That is a lovely deep purple. These will be really interesting, I think, when they dry as well. And the next one is mid ultramarine. Let's have a look at this one. That's a lovely colour as well. I think these work really well, like I said, mixed media work as well. So it'd be nice to see how different things layer up on top of these. I wonder if they'd mix quite well with watercolour, with them being in a pan rather than in the stick format. The next one is bright blue. Now, I would say that is more, I mean, it is quite bright, but I would call that like a royal blue colour. Or what I would have known as a royal blue is bright. That's very pretty. Right, moving on. So I've done across this row here. And I'm going to move on to the second row now. So these are more like greens, like brown, and then there's a black on the end. So we're going to go with teal green. Oh, wow. Now, again, that to me, it's more like a, I don't know, like a peacock green, I would say, but it is called teal green, so we'll go with that. But I wouldn't say it's tealy in my opinion, but it's a very pretty colour either way. Right, the next one is a racing green. So a racing green, I would expect it to be quite dark, but we will see. It is quite dark. Oh, that is a lovely green. This would look really nice, mixed with maybe a blue for like a sea colour, or like dark trees on a landscape. That's a really nice green. It is quite dark. It's very pretty. You can see with all of these, as I'm using them with the water, you could actually get them to be quite sheer. Sorry, the camera's wobbling. Right, the next one is kiwi, and it's this bright. Now, on the swatch card that's come with it, it looks quite yellow, but it's not yellow. It's like a mushy pea green. I would say. It's like a green, a very bright green, yellow toned green. That's very nice. Would do with a nice pop of colour in some mixed media work. Right, the next one's burnt yellow ochre. be interesting to see, because I think, because this isn't the #1 palette, I think there's some other palettes, so I'll see how I like using this one, and then I might look to see exactly what the other palettes, the colours hold, because it'd be nice to keep them in this sort of format. That's a lovely colour. I'll go with so many of my the colours that I've got recently on the Neo Colour 2s from my last video. There was a lot of earth tone colours in there. Then this next one is neutral brown. So again, like a mid-tone brown. These shapes, like little oval shapes, have got slightly bigger on the second row and bigger as I've gone along. Let's have a look. And the next one is ink black. Let's have a look at this one. Yeah, that's really dense, but I could see that you could make it, you know, you could water that down if needed. You could easily water that down. It's a very pretty colour. Black's not a colour, sorry. A very pretty, pretty is not even the right word. What am I trying to say? It's a nice black shade. And they've started to dry. The other thing with the Inktense is they do dry quite quickly, obviously depending on your paper that you used. So this sketchbook that I've got here, this is the De La Rowney mixed media one, and I've used the Inktense on quite a few different papers, like cotton rag papers and that, and they hold up really well. So I'll bring these up to the camera. I'm going to label these up and then I'm going to bring them back to the camera. Okay, so I've labelled these up. I'll bring them up closer so you can see. And they nearly dry, as you can see anyway. They do dry really quick. So we've got the sun yellow, the mango, poppy red, dark plum, mid ultramarine, bright blue, teal green, raisin green, kiwi, burnt yellow ochre, natural brown, and ink black. So probably my favourites, looking at them, is the dark plum's really nice. I do like the burnt yellow ochre, and also probably a bit of the teal green as well. Now I've been and just got a little palette, and I'm going to see if we can do just a little bit of mixing down here, just out of interest to see how well they mix together. So let's have a look. What shall we do? Let's see if we mix the poppy red and let's try the mid ultramarine. Excuse me. Oh, so that is, and as you can see, this is more like a watercolour. This looks more like a watercolour. It's not as not as opaque, but that is a very pretty purple. So that one, this one is poppy red and mid ultramarine. Let's do something with this kiwi colour. So what shall we do? I wonder if we mix. I wonder if it'll brighten up if we do a bit of the kiwi. And then if we mix a bit of the sun yellow in it. Now I'm using a ceramic palette because I think it would just stay in a plastic palette. With them being the type of paint that they are. Now that has brightened up even more and has taken it to a bit like a chartreuse colour. Wow. So that one, these get bigger every time I do them. And this one is sun yellow and kiwi, and it looks like that. Probably only got room for one more on here. Let's try, I wonder if we do the burnt yellow ochre and maybe a bit of the poppy red. Let's just see what that does. It's just a little bit of a play about. Oh, that's quite a pretty, like orange colour. Interesting. I quite like that. And then, right, let's play around with these colours I've already got on here. Let's add now a little bit of this brown to this, and then we'll add a bit more red. All about experimentation. So that gets us more of a deep deeper red than the poppy red, but brings it back to more red tone, whereas that's orange. And then let's add a bit of teal to this colour here. It's all blending in. Let's put more. And that gets you a lovely, slightly darker, brighter green than the kiwi. But it gets us like a mid one in between there, which is nice. Sorry, that's something in the washing machine, if you can hear that. Okay, so let's see. Don't know if it can fit another one in. Let's see if we'll add some of this orange. To this purple. And we get something slightly darker than that. And now I can't remember what I did. I think, right, okay, so that one was the poppy red and the mid ultramarine. Then I did kiwi and sun yellow for that one. That one was poppy red and burnt yellow ochre. And then I think we added a bit of the natural brown. Same way, added a natural brown to that one. And then that one I added the teal green to that mix. And then this one, we added the mango to this purpley colour. And it's given us some slightly different colours. So that's a very pretty colour as well for mixing. Like if you want a very bright pop of colour. Oh, I'm really happy with those. So I'm going to probably use them in some work, which you may see on here or on my Instagram. If you don't follow my Instagram, I will put it in the link below. And I hope you've enjoyed. Sorry, that's the washing machine doing a little tune to say it's finished. I hope you've enjoyed this video, the slightly longer video. And I will see you in the next one. Bye bye for now.